This whole time I'm just boom, boom, just kind of, and I hit my head. All right, y'all, so I'm back. I'm in the car. I had to get in the car because there was too much conversations going on out there, so I decided to go ahead and just do it in the car instead. Just wanted to let a little light in here. Excuse the background noise. So yes, and I didn't feel comfortable having this conversation. Oh shit, please don't.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video.
Yeah, can I get so yes, yeah, literally as the title said, yeah, I had a very traumatic experience, and it's definitely changed and shaped my life over these past week or so. This happened on August the 24th is when this happened. I was doing Uber Eats, and I was on my way home. It was late at night, and there were two 18-wheelers, and you know how there are like 3 or 4 lanes. Well, I think there was only 3 lanes in the HOV, and there was a truck to the right, truck to the left, and I'm in the middle lane. And I trailed for quite a second to ensure that, if they were wanting to change lanes, that they would at least have seen my headlights before they decided to do so. But that's not what happened. Yes, I am sitting in the car that I got into an accident in case you're wondering. This is the same car. Yes. I preach to y'all all the time about how blessed and favored I am, and this is going to be a true testament to those words, because it just is. And when I tell y'all this story, I decided to go ahead and pass the 2 trucks, and I think my front bumper probably got, how the truck has the wheels and then the actual door itself. I think my front bumper passed the wheels and got to the actual door itself. And I kind of started noticing that the truck was coming over, and I'm just like, when you're in that kind of situation, you automatically have a little, anxiety or whatever, because you're thinking, oh my God, what if this happens? You don't think it's actually happening, but I just kind of summed it up to, peach tea. I just kind of summed it up to anxiety. Like, I'm in between 2 trucks. It's naturally that I think this truck is coming over. Well, it actually was. And it hit my mirror. And when the truck hit my mirror, it knocked me over. And thank God, the truck to the right noticed what was going on. And every time I came over, the truck to the right also went over, to keep, me from having further damage. So it knocked me over. I hit it. I come back. At this point, I'm defensive driving. I'm in between 2 trucks. They kind of dragging me along. He doesn't see me at that very moment until he knows he couldn't come over. And he tried to correct himself and correct the truck. Well, the truck went back into the lane, but the trailer still had to correct itself. So as the trailer is correcting itself, it still has to come over and go back out. So when it came back over, boom, hit me again. Knocked me back into the truck again. And at this point, I'm just like, defensive driving. I'm just in between. I can't get out. There's like, the traffic behind me, I don't think they stopped. I don't know if they knew what was going on. Like, I don't think they stopped. And, this whole time I'm just boom, boom, just kind of, and I hit my head, which you can still see here where I hit my head at. I hit my head here, and I hit my shoulder, probably like right here. My shoulder was numb for like 3 days. Back to the story. So yeah, so I'm in the meantime, I'm still in between, and after that second hit, the trailer eventually looked as if it was correcting itself. I'm assuming he thought that I had came, from in between them, but I hadn't. I was still trying to get out because there were cars behind me. So as I'm trying to still get out, he just decided to just take over the lane. So when he decided to take over the lane, here's me in the middle, here's a truck, and it's just coming in, and this truck is still going forward, this truck is coming over, and it's just closing like a zipper, and I'm in the middle of it, and it's just closing, and I'm just like, okay, like, I don't remember what I said, or what was said. I really don't remember. I just remember it just closing like a zipper, and I just was like, okay, like I didn't have, like I was telling my grandma, I don't have anything that I feel like I just need to be sorry for, or ask God for forgiveness for, because I try to function. Nobody's perfect, but I try to function in a pretty pure heart. But it just was not time for anything. It was just like that. It was instant. And as they were closing, the truck, say this is the truck and this is my bumper, they're closing, and I'm just trying to slide out, and it just closed, and it missed my front bumper probably this much. So as that happened, he was about to pull over, and I was behind him to pull over with him to, get the information and everything. And as he was looking like he was about to pull over, he just jetted off. And I'm just like, no. No. I may include the pictures and the videos and everything in this video also. And I'm just like, no. Like, please don't do this to me. And he did, and he kept driving. So he saw that he didn't disable my car. This is a tough car. If I had a small car, I'd be dead. If I had a smaller car, like I had planned on being cheap and just getting a little cheap gas saver, I'd be dead. I would be dead. A small car would not have withstood a hit from an 18-wheeler. This car is really Ford tough. Like, this is a tough car. I'm gonna get into it. I'm gonna get into that. So I'm trailing behind, and as I'm trying to get the information, he noticed he didn't disable my car. Basically, he didn't hit me hard enough for my car to be, disabled. He couldn't believe it. So I'm trying to get the information off the back of the truck. He's trying to brake check me. He's trying to get me to ram my car to the back of his truck, so I have no choice but to let him go. But I'm a defensive driver. I've been driving. I learned to drive before I learned to walk. Not literally, but, so I am a pretty good driver. And in saying so, I pretty much saved my own life, because had I panicked, I would have died. But I didn't. I will say initially the first hit kind of shocked me, and I had to step back. I had to jump back quick. Like, I really had to jump back quick, because had I not snapped back into it, I wouldn't have made it. Like, it literally was, give up or save your own life. And that's what I did. And I was defensive driving the whole time. But anyway, back to the story. So I'm behind, and he's trying to brake check me. I'm like, this is not going to work. He's going to eventually brake check me. I'm not going to be able to get it this way. So I say, okay, so I'm going to try to get it off the side. So I try to go to the side, and he's trying to ram his truck into the side of my car, basically smashing me into the concrete median. You know how they have the concrete median. He tried to ram his truck to smash me, to keep, every time I tried to get the information, I'm still rolling now. I'm not looking forward. I'm still rolling, foot on the brake, and I'm trying to, get the information. And he's trying to ram me the whole time. Like, he's trying to ram my car and basically disable my car. He wouldn't stop. And eventually he pulled over off an exit and he started doing like a 360 in the mall parking lot. And the 911 dispatch lady was like, "Sir, you need to stop. He's about to shoot you. You need to stop. That man is about to shoot you. This is not a safe situation. Stop following him." And I'm just like, of course I'm just amped up and I'm full of emotion and full of adrenaline, and I'm just like, no, I'm not stopping. I'm an insurance adjuster. I do this every day for a living, because I literally do. And people literally call me every day crying because the 911 person is telling them, don't escalate a situation, just leave. And they end up having to pay their own deductible. Insurance is going up and it's not even their fault, and they're crying to me, and I'm just like, but in my mind, I'm like, I'm not going to be a victim. This is not going to happen to me. And that's what I chose to do. I chose to keep following, but I followed from a safe distance. But they were telling me, you don't know how far you are, from the gun. And, you don't know how far the bullet will travel, even if you are a safe distance. And he's about to shoot you. So you need to stop. And I'm like, no. So the police eventually pull up. And when the police pull up, they go to the truck first. And that was so weird to me that I called the police. Clearly, I'm a car, that's a truck. Clearly, I would be more distressed than the truck. They go to the truck driver first. And I'm just like, okay. This is not going to go well. I can see it already. The truck driver's over there smiling and laughing. He got other dents in his truck as if, he knows he's done it before. And he's gonna get away with it, basically. And I'm just like in shock that I'm alive for like 2 days. I called my sister first, number one, to talk to her, to, basically just to have conversations. I needed to hear somebody I know, and I needed to hear a tone of voice that I know, because I thought I was dead. I swear to God, I thought I was dead. I swear to God, my memory of everything is so much different than what my situation looks like. Because I remember windows smashing. I just remember blacking out. And then when I snapped back, I was behind the truck. I don't know how to explain it. I remember, because my car, I'm telling y'all, it was such a loud bang and boom, and I'm just back and forth in between, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was so traumatic. Like, for days, even now, I can't ride past trucks. It was hard to drive my car, but I know I got to get past this, because, life happens, and that's a tough situation to throw a label of life happens onto. Yes, I do understand, but life happens, and I have to get past. I can't just not drive. I can't just not go places and not do things and just, have anxiety and emotions towards every situation every time something happens. I did, however, give myself time to adjust, because I was at least owed that, I felt. But back to the story. But yeah, so the police didn't get their information. They didn't give me the information at the accident scene. I went to the police station to get it. I'm calling the company of the truck driver. I'm just getting nothing. Like, I'm getting nothing. At this point, I'm probably going to make a video like people do and post it on the internet and see if I can't get help that way from the internet. My car is still damaged. I'm about to show y'all my car, and I'm really trying to record this video, and because I know if I cry, I'm not going to be able to finish, so I'm just trying to breathe and just keep it all together. But when I show y'all my car, y'all are not going to, I get why the police didn't believe me. Like, I get it. Because the damages are not, you just wouldn't think of the story that I'm telling you, you wouldn't think that that's what happened. So I understand that. However, I don't accept the fact that he talked to me. He didn't say it in these words. His expression and energy was enough. I don't respect the fact that the truck driver didn't take accountability for his actions, and I don't respect the fact that the police was talking to me as if I should be grateful for just being alive and just dead the situation, is how they were talking to me. They were talking to me like, you got hit by an 18-wheeler and you can still drive your car. And you're alive. Why did you call 911? You could have just kept going and get your car fixed. The truck driver's talking like, he ain't dead. He should be thankful for that. Let me go. And that's exactly what happened. After all of the explanation, everything, he denied it, of course, and they let him go. He drove off into the night like it was nothing. Just drove off. And here I am crying in the parking lot. Police left, they just left me there. They just left me. So I didn't even eat the greens. I'm not even hungry no more. So that's what happened. So yeah, I'm about to show y'all my car and let y'all see what it looks like. And like I say, you'll see, you'll get it. So all right, y'all, so like I say, when I initially got impacted, he knocked me over into the other truck. Now what I'm about to show y'all, this is a true testament of a blessed and favored person. You probably won't even be able to see it, to be honest. I'm just gonna be totally, absolutely honest. But I just want y'all, I just have to show somebody. So when I hit the other truck, I still have my mirror on the right side. When I hit the truck on the right side, I still have my mirror, and this is the damage to the right side mirror. It is right there. That's it right there. That's it. That's it. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Like that's the right side. There's nothing else. Nothing else. There's nothing else. Nothing else. So on the driver's side, it's a little bit different. My wheel is fine. My window is fine. Everything else is fine. I have a deep scratch and a deep dent that I'm going to get knocked out and just have it repainted. But here is the actual side dent, if you can see it, right there. That's the dent on the side, and it scrapes along, but that's it. That's it. Oh, and my mirror. Still have my mirror attached. It's still attached. Like it was knocked in, but it's still attached. But yeah, that's pretty much what happened, y'all. That's pretty much what happened. That was an experience for me. I had got an attorney. The attorney dropped the case because, of course, the police put on the police report that they noticed no damage. They put on the police report that there was no damage. There was no paint transfer. There was no damage. Word versus word. I'm filing a claim under his insurance, and the adjuster already told me it's probably going to be word versus word. I'm probably going to try to go and get the police report redone, because I don't like the way, I knew they were going to do me like that. Like, I knew it just the way that he was talking, because number one, the police that came, I had to follow that truck for exit, so the police that came were not the police in the city, so they're basically just writing what he said and what I said, and that's pretty much what they were doing. So totally understandable, but it's not right. That was not correct information that was placed on that police report. So I'm glad I ain't knocked these greens over. I almost knocked over on my seat. My seats ain't gonna make it. So I didn't cry. I got through the video without crying. That's kind of what's been going on, and that's kind of what happened. And that's kind of where I've been mentally. To be honest, mentally at first, I just wasn't there. I just wasn't present mentally, I couldn't wrap my hands around the fact that that happened to me, or why it happened to me. How could it happen to me? I just couldn't wrap my head around it. And it kind of hit me for a few days, like, and plus I was in pain. My neck, my back, my shoulder, everything. I'm not even that hungry. But yeah. So yeah, all my prayer warriors out there, send out some extra prayer for your boy, that this situation works out for me, because I deserve justice. I deserve fairness. I didn't do anything to deserve this. I have not ever in my life done anybody like that. I ain't ever hit nobody's car and drove off. It's my first time having a car in years. And that's what hurt a lot, is I worked so hard for this investment for it to almost be taken away. And then what also hit me was, number one, I'm alive, so there's no need to question ever again in life why I'm here. No need. That if that wasn't confirmation, I don't know what is. Number two, my car is still functioning, drives very well, no issues, didn't even notice the impact. So there's no need to question whether this is for me ever again in life. Ever. I will never question it again. Ever again. Of course, naturally, but I'll never question it again. Ever again in life. If that wasn't confirmation, I don't know what is. Excuse me. So if y'all made it to the end of this video, heart it, like it, share it. If you know somebody out there that may be able to help me, send them my way. Because at this point, it just sounds like I'm out of pocket. Is what it sounds like. But I've seen so many situations like this occur on the internet that I feel like if I post a video, it'll go viral and people will see it and they'll find him. They'll find him. I got his truck information, but no company wants to be associated with a person who's basically making their company look bad. You know, they don't want to be associated to a person that does hit and runs. And every time somebody sees that truck or that type of rental or whatever, trailer or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Every time somebody sees it, they get fear-based things, thoughts or whatever. So I'm sure they don't want to be associated to that. But that's essentially what those types of videos do. But I'm just trying to breathe and not cry. I'm so tired of crying. I'm so tired of crying. I'm so tired of crying. But I'm definitely gonna move past it. I'm not gonna sit in it. And like I said in the beginning, life happens, and you can't fold up every time something happens. You cannot fold up. So I'll try to be strong for not only myself, but for the people that's watching, and not just the people that's watching on YouTube. I just need help. I don't know what to do. So make sure y'all click like, click comment, click subscribe, share my video. I appreciate it. Sorry I didn't eat much. I just start getting into the conversation, and yeah, I don't know. It was hard to record this video. It took me, like I said, this happened on the 24th. Today is like the 8th. It took me a few days to get comfortable enough to talk about it without crying. Every day I looked at this car, I cried. Every time I touched this car after, I cried. Every time I got on the road, I cried. Like, not just tears of joy, but thankfulness, gratefulness. Also, just not rage, but just anger. So many emotions. So many. So upset. So upset. Anyway, thank you guys. I love you. I love you to the moon and stars. And I want y'all to have a blessed day. I'm feeling blessed. Please don't feel sad for me, because I'm not sad. I'm just going through life, in life situations, and I share these videos and these contents for other people who may be also going through something, who, you know, you can see people go through things. And as, not to say that I don't have anyone, but you know, certain things you have to get through yourself, and this is one of those situations that can't nobody get me out of. I have to mentally break and get out, or else I'll be in it and I'll be stuck. I have to do this, and that's been my mindset, and that's where I am, and I won't be stuck, and I will get justice. And y'all have a blessed day. Peace.